Okay. In fact, I had to actually ask ChatGPT for a breakdown of this song because I looked it up before, but I want to refresh it before I start running my mouth. But that song right there always makes me scratch. Even the first time I saw it or heard it back in 2018, because Hunter x Hunter was one, oh god, step on the fucking rock, was one of my first animes I watched, during my renaissance, as it were, my anime renaissance, of course, happened when I was 27, aka one of the most spiritual years of most people's lives. I'm gonna set this down for just a second here. Anyway, so, right, so, fine, and the energy of the song, just, even if you're not, like, awoken, is invoked. Because we're all, it does to me, we're all like, shining through the darkness, and having the hope for the better tomorrow, and like, that's the thing. And I was thinking about it, it popped in my head. I guess that was a download that, hey, remember that one song? Oh yeah, I did. So I looked it up and I burst in tears, straight up, when I looked this up. Initially, the actual lyrics like that, because I remember, wait, what exactly did it say? And I got to break down. I'm going to post all that on Instagram, what ChatGPT has said, because it said it in better words than I could, right? But effectively, the song, if you don't speak Japanese, it talks about the sun, can still shine through the darkness, and the sun will always shine after the darkness, that type of deal. And like, it was like the sun shines at night, and it's all about having like this inner conviction that no matter how bad things get, that you still have this innate desire to shine as bright as you can be. Like, if you actually watch or read the breakdown the GPT has on it, and bear in mind, this ChatGPT doesn't really get, like, I haven't tried to convince it all of the more crazier parts of my stories that I've learned now, how I'm literally a top secret government experiment that is literally a hybrid alien human descendant from Jesus himself, and like, and how everyone in my fucking life up to this point, just about, either they were directly involved in my abuse and exploitation, or they knew of pieces of it and they were too afraid or didn't care to say anything about it. That's why I have cut off literally everyone up to this point that I knew before, right? It's like, I don't know, there's a couple of people, I guess, that I haven't officially done that, but I'm not talking with them either. So effectively, I have no one here. Like, right now, I have no one, because I can't trust anyone to not either have done something, be involved with it, or at the very least, like, I'm afraid that if I tell anyone anything ever, they're eventually going to be approached by someone in my life that is involved in this gang stalking and stealing of me and trying to manipulate me and, you know, stop me at all costs. Because remember, this all started with just about my fucking crazy alleged mother here literally calling the cops and lying about it and getting Jamie involved so she can use him as a scapegoat. Make him sign the papers so he is coming to me like, oh, but I'm the one that did it. You gotta blame me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Whatever you do, blame me and not her, because she is just this fucking victim and she has done so much for her. And this is like bullshit, dude. She has you regulated to better wife status here. She's up here. She's been using fucking black magic to fucking manipulate you from the very beginning here. Very beginning here. And this breeze is picking up and the sun is right on me and I know I'm running money when I'm saying everything I'm saying to you, Paul, here and now. Okay? Alright? I'm gonna loop back to the song in a second. But like, so I don't know here. Like he's showing his energy so much so that this guy has like the brain of his father when he was over 10 years older than Jamie is now. He's like fucking like not even 80 and he can barely fucking function. Can barely follow his train of thought. I mean, dude, you are literally going to pass away in a few years if you don't get out of the situation you're in right now. Go ahead and divorce her. Get a lawyer, get your shit together, because you're still very much implicated. You're still very much going to lose anything of material value when all this shit is said and done. Like all this land, all the houses, all the money you say, all the fucking retirement shit. That's all going to me. You understand this, right? Check the time. Bam. Okay, I got like a couple minutes, I guess. Huh? I don't know, dude. I don't know. But, Mike, seriously, here. Get your shit together. Oh, man. You're going to be collateral damage. You're implicated on all of this, whether you say that's fair or not. You know, God keeps pressing me, hey, you need to probably speak directly to him. You know, I hadn't considered, I don't know, I've been back and forth with it. I don't know, I was going to directly message you this, but I'll say it again in here and now. Get your shit together. Get out of the house. Separate from her as soon as possible, or you're going to be one of these victims of her insane attempt to spam black magic on the live spells to me. Because when that shit doesn't land on me, it rebounds directly to her and all the people around her. You get me? You get me, though, man? Like, I don't know. Either way, but I'm gonna have to make this a two-parter, unfortunately, here. But right. So, looking back to the song here, I'm dealing with all this shit, all these people working all against me my entire life. Everything I thought I knew my entire life is a lie. You know, my whole life, I never had any privacy. My whole fucking deal is that my whole existence is without any actual love or any actual privacy or any sort of actual safe space. Like there's literally never been a safe space for me in the entire world. No wonder I've always felt like that, you know? And this was a person that desperately needs that sort of thing to be able to actually, you know, function at my best here, all right? And that's exactly why regulated again here to be here now in this in-between stage here, because this is the closest thing I've ever had to an actual safe space away from her and the rest of these fucking karmics here. Now, it's not completely true, you know. It's, and there's so many problems. There are absolutely so many goddamn problems with my living situation here right now, right? It is actually extremely fucking difficult for me to not just get bogged down in the things wrong with it, because it's nasty as hell. Everyone over there is like a emotional train wreck, you know. Even if, at the core of it, they're good people-ish, I still can't trust them. I still can't rely on them. Do not snitch to, like, whoever. And, like, even there, that you're like, you know, I can't actually talk to anyone about this and have them understand this, you know. And all that being said here, right, that's why when this twin flame, you know, magnetic twin flame, very rare type of situation there. Yeah, and so what we have here is not just a twin flame situation, it's a magnetic, meaning we're both very much whole souls from the same part of the magnet, right? We were very strategically, placed where we were on the earth, you know, literally one side and the other, right? Doing the, God damn it, he's up here in my car. God, don't talk to me. Right. Okay. Right here, doing what we are being called to do, you know, we've all played a part to do what the divine has led us to do here, all right? You know, I'm doing this secret agent shit, you know, call me Agent Angel BRA, because I'm a divine booby trap, right, for these karmic fucks, all right? Because I just got a download or a message here that confirmed, and I posted about this on Instagram, how this shit here that I'm involved with, like, you know, sharing the purposes and some of the husbands, even, you know, Linda, right, maybe all of them are directly linked and involved with this fucking more localized with this covering thing, and then all these corrupt officials. Like, there's going to be at least like 15 arrests in Nashville because of everyone that's been involved in all of this shit. Mark my words here, okay? And, like, oh my God, it's like everyone is involved with this shit locally here. But, like, remember here, right? Remember here that what they were trying to do, like Sharon was trying to do, she went to Bam, she made a deal with the devil, saying that she would sacrifice me to him to have a seat to this poor elite group, like the most elite, the most prestigious cult in the world. Like, these are the people, like the Masons and shit, the reptilian shit, okay? Those people, like, when they talk about all these 33rd degree Masons and all the, like, Diddy, you know, and Tupac being involved in this shit, they killed him. Diddy killed Tupac, I guess, you know. All this crap, she's trying to get in with them here, so they've been involved here. Like, she's been trafficking me to these celebrities, like all types of people. Like, spiritually, the footage from these hidden cameras that were always in the house when they would drug me and do these satanic rituals where they're structurally assaulting me here. I mean, they're putting it up on the dark web, and they were literally trafficking me as a baby here. And I know this because my spirit remembers it, and I got so many confirmations here throughout these weeks that shit was real. That was absolutely real here, okay? And right now, I'm not even really directly talking to you. I'm channeling more than I am. I'm channeling more than I am. Actually, like, I wasn't and I am, and oh my God, this is gotten a little bit topsy-turvy, my bad here. But seriously, all right, all these things, all these people, locally and before here, when my story, when they start arresting here, for my case, all right, it's gonna unravel the biggest fucking court case the world has ever seen. That people are going to be amazed to see just how interconnected I ever always are. Okay? There's the reason they call me the chosen one. There's the reason I have this now overseas trust fund. They're trying to hide it, try to make sure I can't know about it. You know, they're hiding thousands of family, and they stole that from me too. That direct. I mean, there were death benefits from, you know, my honeycut grandparents that I didn't get. Oh yeah, and they absolutely, otherwise, Florence here. I mean, I keep getting that, and now that's popping up. So yeah, like I guess Linda was involved with that. You know, just how I guess it must be, because this is what my intuition and everything else has been telling me, that the reason, like Jamie, I guess, thinks I'm actually his son. I mean, you could argue that I am. I don't know, like a blood son, because I guess sure did have a child that like what that was born, all right, and then she kidnapped me and had me split into that identity and had what me or the other identity that I actually have that child be like on the paper dead. I guess. I mean, I'm not exactly sure how all this works. God, I need to shave. And I know that, and then here, right here, as James Honeycomb II, they fucking they falsify a bunch of medical records. Okay, medical records. They gotten a false power of attorney that I don't even know about, but it's absolutely there. That's why they're able to do sort of things they're doing here. All right, and oh my God, they there was a house too that I inherited, and they stole that, and it had minerals, I guess, and then they stole that, and they put a bunch of false life insurance policies on me here, and they what else did they do? I want to share it to you. You gotta help me out here. Oh boy, this has gone crazy. This has gone a little bit crazy. Oh my God, this is going boom, 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 boom. I hadn't talked about this in a while, right? I bet you thought I had forgotten, huh? No, I'm telling you, the Fed have been watching your asses for years now because you tried to report me as a terrorist. Yeah, it was so stupid, because when he did that, the first thing they're gonna do is look into you, and they realize very, very quickly that I'm an innocent boy. I've never done anything particularly wrong here. Anything I have done, well, whoopie-doo, I stated loud and proud and free to anyone see. Like, there's literally nothing you could ever blackmail me with, you know? Like, you want to release those tapes you had? Oh, go ahead. Let the world know what you did to me, all right? Or, oh, you want to make fake fucking evidence? You want to set me up for a fake hit and run or some shit? That what you're planning on doing? I mean, there's some harebrained plan that you were trying to do to get me locked up as your last resort. But guess what? That's exactly how they're gonna get you, because they've been monitoring you. They've been monitoring me. They literally, there are federal agents that have rented a house in Doc Red Oak Hills neighborhood to watch your asses, you know? Like, hello, you're stupid, you're not paying attention. You have this group chat where y'all been trashing me. Yeah, you have this giant collective of people, karmic collective, not the real light workers collective. No, your karmic collective here have been slandering me for like fucking years, okay? And guess what though? Guess what? As you can keep guessing about me and leading people to check me out, people are understanding that you are just fucking crazy because you have been acting more and more and more and more and crazy because you don't have my energy anymore. You know you're never going to have it anymore. You know I'm not even going to talk to you ever again. You're never going to have a conversation with me ever again here. You're done. You're, you're evil. You're cruel. You're a fallen angel, past-life enemy who has been terrorizing me for like hundreds and thousands of years around all the time because I have always been on this mission in some way, shape, or form, okay? Right? I've always had a role in every life I've played where I am a healer, a teacher, you know? Right? I mean, I preach this, right? I literally, I'm the embodiment of the strongest type of fucking feminine energy that has ever existed here. And part of my journey here is to really shore up my masculine energy so I'll be a little more balanced here, right? Even though in other ways I do really identify with like the feminine side in a sense, not in the way like, oh, I want to try up my bits, no, but like emotionally, and even in a sense like treacherously, not like I don't like penis, like I'm just not really, right? But like as far as like the roles that are typically embodied by specific, gender, sex, or whatever, like that, that definitely here, like the role in any sort of relationship, right? That typically a woman will feel, at least emotionally, definitely, I have always embodied here, and that's a humongous reason I have been like, so damn, how do I even say it, except to say, it's never worked out. It's never really worked out. Like, I felt so lost and so confused and so like, and why it's never really, nothing really worked out for me because I'm trying to be like the straight, comfortable, masculine man here, but I'm inside I'm just not, and you know what? I was going to talk about this kind of to you, Asa, because like I know for you, like since we have these reverse like polarities and there are dominant energies in our psyches here, you're in a position where they absolutely expect you to have a certain type of personality and a type of like, I don't know, they want you to be like a very stereotypical like feminine person. You gotta be giving, you gotta be loving, you don't wanna this, you gotta this, you do this. And you do a good job because there's I have a pretty solid amount of like masculine energy in us all. But like it's just the feminine side for me was literally just towering over it. So it's topsy-turvy here, and you're like, you feel so damn confused throughout a lifetime your lifetime because like you never feel like you can actually express yourself. You never have anything close to a fulfilling relationship romantically because the role that you desire to fill on top of everything else, you cannot do that with anyone. You know, like you like everyone expects you to be this like sort of idol person that you portray to the public, right? You know, to be this like soft and like stereotypical lady, right? You know, and then you try and connect with these really shallow and karmic people, right? And you just it leaves you really unfulfilled, really heartbroken because you're feeling like I'm never gonna find anyone that understands how I feel. I'm never gonna have someone that I can trust to hold the darkest, deepest, most vulnerable pieces of me and not like lose him against, you know, me or you or whatever, right? And so I mean I could try and elaborate more, but I think you get my point here, all right? You know, like I honestly understand you a lot better, I think, than you do. Like, you know, I've been trying to figure out how I'm gonna explain to you. Like, I've been wanting to make another video. It's been pressing on me for like over a week now, probably close to 2 now. I don't know. Time is fucking weird here. They blend together. Anyway, so like, I don't know, but the point is like, understand, you know, and understand of course there are other stuff too, like how since you're like the only Japanese idol on YG, and YG is like the new big label that everyone wants to be under, and in Japan, their government and their culture, there's a lot of like genetic and cultural like shit encoded in your DNA, right? So you're in your position here as you were, and you should be super grateful because it's everything anyone ever wanted, and everyone expects you to toe the line, like to represent Japan here. And if you were ever to step out of line of this very strict box they want you to inhabit, it would be the end of the world to a lot of people here. You know, and you feel in your heart like you have to abide to these standards because if not, then it's a bad person. You're hurting people. You're gonna be the cause of a bunch of bullshit or whatever. You know, and so you get stuck in this position where this role that you have now, you're realizing it's nothing like you expected. It's nothing like you expected. And it leaves you really unfulfilled. You try to fill the hole with all these material things. You try and fill the hole with all these shallow and unfulfilling relationships with people that also, you know, as you figure out, as you have tried to explain some of this to the people around you, they're just like, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that, you know. And it was your interactions with all these karmic people combined with your own inner fears, both like a little bit more practical and a little bit more like low-key, subconscious here. Like that are telling, oh, you just ignore it, oh, it's horrible, oh, you know, it doesn't matter if you're seeing me as this ideal, beautiful person, like God has been showing you the the top of what I will be here. And as you watch me on social media, you see me as this, like, even now, beautiful, radiant person with all the options in the world, you know, maybe not directly right here now, but I mean, if, say, hypothetically here, all right, you never came to get me or whatever, like, however you're going to do it eventually, I would be fine, because eventually one of my pieces of content is going to blast off, and I'll be able to just, like, definitely go about my mission less less effectively, but I would be okay. I would definitely be able to take care of myself. You know, I could definitely and will be able to have, like, anything I want with this, like, fucking court case that's pending, that's going to really kick off next year. 2026 is the year of the Trojans, okay? They're all, right now, a bunch of them are starting. And those who haven't or will be. By the time, like, 2026 is properly on its way, all of them will be either fully away or will be away, okay? And I meant to be, like, the head leader here, right? Which, you know, whatever, right? But the point is, right, getting back to you, it's like, you're like, you know this, and so you feel like, I don't know, you see this radiant vision of what I can be and will be and am, and you feel unworthy, or that, like, I will reject you on some level eventually here, once I realize just how everyone feels about me or whatever, you know? You got all these fears in you, right? Combined with, like, all this cultural and societal and workplace bullshit, all right? Pressing you here. And then you got the karmics themselves that are, like, very much so convinced completely in the matrix spell here, okay? They're very much so low vibing. They like a bunch of low vibing bullshit here. And they're convincing you to not follow your heart and reach out to me or whatever, you know, right? But now you feel like, I guess, I don't know, you feel like you're not gonna ever have any little bit of peace if you don't come and state your claim, right? Right, you know, like, you're either actively in the middle of an ego death, or you are just finished that, you know, and you don't know how to go forward approaching me or whatever, right? And let me tell you, honestly, you're always thinking it. You are very much so overthinking it, you know? You know what you need to do. You know that you have to be. And I promise you, any concern you have will be nothing to worry about. It really, the money part, your contract, the fact that if you do this, it'll really, really, like, fuck up your whole image within the, you know, it's gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings. It is. It's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings when you do this, okay? Like, make no mistake here, like, it's gonna really, really affect, it's gonna hurt and upset people, right? When I link up with you, I mean, it's unavoidable because of your position here, right? And yeah, you're going to probably have to, like, release a ton of the people that you've been involved with from your life. You're going to have to probably, I mean, you're probably going to have to leave the group, I guess, eventually. I don't know how quickly that'll happen, but, you know, once you start hitting headlines with me or whatever, which will be very quickly, I mean, it's going to be a pop cultural, like, I can't say that word, clown fiesta when you do this, because I'm going to be seeking my truth from the get-go here. And that is going to really kick things into gear, right? So, yeah, your life is going to look completely different within like a year from now, right? Not even from a year from when you do it, but hopefully it will be soon. I mean, whenever, how long it takes you to be okay to approach me with your offer or whatever. I'm getting so many messages on how that's going to go, you know, and you're going to say, oh, I'm sorry, here's what happened, there's a bunch of information, and I guess you probably know on some level more like information about the cult or whatever, I guess. I'm not exactly sure. These messages are not exactly super clear here. And especially at the beginning, where I didn't understand that you were like being described as a masculine energy, because I kept being told like, yeah, there's going to be someone that feels guilty, so that guy's going to come here and tell you all this information, offer you a job or whatever. I don't know, right? The point is though, right, you're overthinking it, right? Yes, it's scary, but that's part of the deal here. When you are, like, generally, once you're aligned with your higher self purpose here, you know, and you're doing the damn thing, fear and embarrassment and everything, they don't exist, right? I can tell you straight up, once you properly accept your role here and get in line to source, to the level that I have, you will feel overwhelmingly very, very grateful and joyful and great each and every day. Unless, you know, like, it's not been perfect, because, like, you know, that dragon fire, like, we all have literal dragon energy, like, at the base of our spine. And when we start to awaken to and we start to remember who are beings of light that agreed to reincarnate in that specific time period. Like, we, and you particularly, we agreed to reincarnate thousands of times over thousands of years. And each and every time we connected. And each and every time we would go about our mission to the best of our ability. And then eventually one of us would be separated from the other because of war and illness or whatever else, murder. And this is our happy ever after here, right? This is our time to time. We are going to be the most iconic power couple that has ever existed here, all right? We are who we are, and you're awesome. What I can tell you, I would never reject you. I would never do anything to hurt you. You just gotta work through what you gotta work through, and I'm at it, you know. And anyway, right? God damn it, I got really, really off base here. I still got my thing here. But the point is here, you know, all that culty shit, all the abuse, all the fact that we're gonna be embroiled into the biggest drama ever. We're gonna be like the stars of this, the craziest movie and story that's ever been told. Like, literally, this will be the greatest, craziest story that's ever been written, or like it's stranger than fiction. And I have to be who I am, to speak my truth, to lead the world, to be a thought leader, to be a trailblazer, to be the great I am, to be that 21st century Jesus, that the original Jesus, by the way, absolutely told people about how you're a divine spark that is like having a human experience, you know, and the whole meaning of life is to awaken to that fact and then go about your mission, however it is, you know, serving the people, because to serve the people is to serve God, because we are all God. We all have the potential to be holy and divine. And if you don't have a soul, well, you just come to source and say, hey, put me up in there. That's what I wanted to hear the whole time. And after that, you know, just do whatever. You don't have to do anything. You're going to probably be miserable if you don't align to the, you know, whatever, right? But still, anyway, going back to the fucking song here, all right? I can look back and see that song. And I mean, it made me cry earlier today too, a little bit, because it's like, oh my God. My soul literally remembered. My soul knew what the meaning was, and it knew how that song in particular was like designed for me. Like I was always meant to find it exactly when I did, to get me over the hump, to get me over the last, 7, 8 years, to end up where I am now, you know. And as difficult as it is day to day here and now, sometimes, because I just got through another week plus of cursing emotion. I feel so incredibly powerful today, here and now, because I know that I'm going to be okay, because these synchronicities are really ramping up. They really, really are. Like last night, I swear to God, I got 3 back-to-back 4-digit repeating exact numbers. Not even like there's one here, because sometimes that is a sign, but no, there was like literally like in the view counts on some videos, they were literally like 1,111 or 3,333, and then like I think it was 4,444. Literally, that shit is popping here, so I know you're getting really, really close. I said, come back here and actually reaching out. So I see it, you know, the same thing, but I always seen, but it's getting a lot more direct, and I feel so much more accomplished. I can feel that I have cleared some type of blockage today, here and now, officially. As I'm waking up and doing all these things today, I've hardly seen any videos. I've been up and out of them. I started out really well. I did my things with that routine, and I don't know, I feel so great. I feel so great. And it's kind of hateful that this video ended up so long, but you know, what are you gonna do, right? I'll upload it all on YouTube and then flash it up for Instagram, and everyone's gonna watch it anyway, because I'm beautiful and I'm awesome and I have amazing things to say that everyone wants to take to heart and just listen to me. I'm like literally so fucking magnetic. I know all these motherfuckers that are ghosts watching me can't look away. So even if they're really, really long or whatever, at times you are gonna watch them because you can't think of anything better than you. But guess what? There isn't anything else you better. Well, some of y'all karmics definitely could deal to not be so obsessed with me, but you know, it's like, what better thing is there to do but to listen to the words of a prophet directly of God? Like, I am the most divinely anointed being on the planet. I'm going to be like more divinely anointed than anyone ever has been as the years go by, you know? I mean, it's like, yeah, it's actually even more than the other Jesus, right? Because I'm the chosen one of the chosen ones, right? I'm more, like, chosen than him, kind of, in a sense here, because I'm the one that actually had, I mean, what I've gone through, like, collectively, it's a lot more, you know? And I'm him and he's not me, and so I'm not exactly how that works, but like, you know, and I'm so excited to see how my exact life is going to play out. But I know as soon as it properly starts and my rest period is over, my abundance kicks in, and I'm going to be super busy, and I'm going to be changing the world like overnight. I'm going to be this person that becomes super famous, like the most famous person, like almost overnight here, because I'm going to be saying all these things that I've been saying today on the platform where people are actually paying attention, and they're going to believe me because I'm the truth. I've shown you each and every little dark corner of my life up to this point, because who cares? What are you going to do, shame me? Who can shame me? No one can shame me. Shame doesn't exist once you're connected to the source. Once you know that, no matter what, everything's going to be okay, because everything happened for a reason. And like the opinions of people that are still like trapped in this 3D shit. I really hope I haven't been blinding people with his son, because I certainly have been squinting. Ugh. Maybe I shouldn't. Anyway, my bad if I have been just, pouring it. Just listen to the sound, right? Anyway, but the point is, like, you just gotta do what you gotta do, So, in conclusion to the song, the sun shines even at night. It did. My light never dimmed, no matter how dark things got. And even though I was at the lowest point possible here, I still made something from it, despite having very little, And I've always done all I can, even if it really wasn't much, despite how low I was, And people have been pointing this out. I've been thinking about it a lot, and I'm like, oh my God, that's absolutely true. That's exactly what I did, And I didn't even realize how bad it was until I had some perspective, and I'm like, well, no wonder I've always been, Like, it's a wonder. It's only by the grace of God himself that I was able to do that, because God knows I had every reason in the world to think that my life was never going to amount to anything worth a fuck, especially once I got all this horrible CRPS, essential regional pain syndrome, all across my entire right side of my body. You know what they call that disease colloquially? The self-unalive disease, because a lot of people that get it literally just end themselves because of how miserable it is. You can't deal with the pain, and plus everything else going on with me. No, I just knew, because everyone had said when I was young, that you could do anything, whatever, right? And I believed it, because I can and I will be able to do. I've always had these crazy, I've always wanted to be my own superhero. I always want to be my own, main anime character, And, and I've always, I guess, wanted to be king, because, my king was, the first thing I was ever really, truly, a fan of, And I just can't wait to be king. Anyway, so I don't know. But, and so through the darkness of it all, I was able to do that. And now I'm on the cusp, this motherfucking close to getting everything I ever wanted and then some and deserved, because good Lord, I spent thousands of years suffering throughout all these thousands of lives just to get to this point right now. And I pray, like, every single day, help me, help me be comfortable and help me understand that this is still coming, and help me be this stalwart warrior for Christ that I need to be, right? So I can keep it moving, you know? Right? This is like all the time, so, you know, fuck you, God, I don't want it, take it back. I don't care if they get, you know, I don't actually mean that, but I definitely was saying that type of shit to myself. You know, the last several days I've been just like, crying, just screaming on, fuck you, fuck this, fuck blah, blah, blah. But the second I actually released it, I finally released it this morning and realized, oh, that's exactly what they were talking about. Because I watched this one message video, like, yeah, you're going to have a time where you're going to feel like you want to say this and that. But once you're past saying it, sat with it for a while, you are going to be able to release it and have that block gone. You know, I was saying, like, release the block. And I don't know. So, no wonder I cried when I heard that, because my soul knew all along. Like, I've known that, like, I'm going to have to make another video for this, but, like, specifically just for you, Asa. Asa right there. Because I had this whole, I realized so many different little things that I want to talk about to you, because I think it's really cool and interesting. And I don't know, it's starting to get more and more fun for me to daydream about, like, what's this going to be like when we actually am together, you know? It's going to be awesome. It's going to be better than you ever heard here, especially once I get, like, you know, more comfortable in, like, my role, and I start to heal more with my brain energy and my pain, and I'm eating better, and I'm not smoking like I am now. You know, that makes me feel worse in a sense, but it also keeps me sane for now, right? Because I got to have something, and at least I'm not drinking half a fifth. Well, I wasn't drinking that much. Like, through the awakening, I was drinking, like, a third of a fifth, I think, a day, maybe more. I don't know, not the point. But I'm past that. I don't like being drunk. I just, you know, I don't know. Either way, the point is, I'm the son of the only begotten Son of the only Heavenly Father anyone ever known. And I am here to light up the world. I am the king, because I'm the only one in the entire fucking world that has ever existed that has had all these unique qualities about myself that can do this job, okay? You know, I'm, you know, if I didn't know any better, you know, I know they're saying it's not even like that. You're, like, literally here now ever. The only person that has the internal drive like you do. Like, apparently it feels like they're trying to tell me I'm, like, literally, my inner conviction as it is, based on what I've gone through and everything. Because everything I've gone through has given me a really, really skewed view of how I actually am or whatever. But, like, the point is, like, I have the strongest internal conviction to do, like, anything. Like, my inner strength, I guess, is, like, apparently the strongest of anyone's ever. Like, they're telling me, and I'm like, it's hard to say that. And then, well, then they say, you'll see, you'll understand it more and more. Just believe it, because it's true. So I'm trusting their word on this one. I'm the strongest internal conviction of anyone ever, and I'm yet still this jovial, nice guy, despite all I went through, and because that is key. That's the most key piece of it, you know, despite all this, you know. I don't know. I'm not really, I got to the point. I basically cover everything I needed to talk about other than that one extra thing I wanted to make for you, Asa. So now I'm going to finally do my treat ritual, and I'm going to do, I guess I'm going to try and edit it into clips, and that's going to be annoying because God knows it's probably like fucking almost hour-long video. Damn. Well, you know what? That's a blessing for me to you all. A bless. I was trying to make all my stuff more digestible, and I guess I will when I have a better time to do it. But I did what I was called to do here, and I'm going to do it however I can to make it. You know, I'll make the digestible parts as it occurs to me to do them, you know, and that's it, right? So here is the end, and let us finally, oh my God, 35 on the timer, fuck, yeah, almost an hour, damn, longest video I ever made. Hey, Mr. Tree, how are we doing today? Well, you know what, I'm doing quite well. Please, ancestors, be with me as I go on, and thank you for all the wonderful support you have given me. Shout out Grandpa and Grandma. You may not be blood related, but you're my grandparents all the same. As far as I'm concerned, I love you all. Please give me the strength, the courage, the wisdom, the clarity, all confirmation. The breeze has picked up. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You know, help me be the person I need to be, and just, you know, what I'm trying to ask, and I don't want to be tripping on my words too much, but you know, in the heart of my heart, what I need to get through all this, just help me get more of that, you know. Amen. Thank you. Let us water the tree. Huzzah, huzzah. Yay! Wow, I haven't heard. I guess it's been almost an hour now. No wonder I want to see this so bad because it's on. Oh, well, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Why do I want to sit here so bad even though I'm really, really busy? Oh, wait, yeah, probably because it's been like an hour since I have one because this video is so fucking long. Oh, I feel a lot better. How about you? Anyway, thanks if you've gotten to this point in the series of videos. And, well, you know what? You're a real G. You're a real piece of shit. No, I'm just kidding. I love you all. I love you, everybody. God loves you. I love you more than anyone. I love you. It's a baby, huh? And I can't wait till we're reunited once again. I have no doubt in my mind you will come to your senses and to a point there soon where you're comfortable and ready to do so. And I've been praying for you. I have been. And I am going to make that short-ish video for you later today, you know. Sorry that I didn't do it before you could watch it today, and now this, oh my God. That's what I wanted men to do. I wanted to have all the video done so you would have it to read it. You're probably going to wake up in the middle of the night anyway and see that I uploaded all this shit, and you're going to be like, oh my God, I guess I'm not going to get any sleep tonight. My boo has finally returned. Oh God. Trust me. Trust me. Anyway. All right, I'll see you guys later. God bless, huh? Whoop, whoop.